Alrighty. What's going on, people? Welcome back to a special presentation of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 4K. This is the DLC Master Sword attempt number 2. I think, yeah, because we did the first trial of the Master Sword, so now we have this section. We're going to do our best with it, see what happens, and then get to Silksong probably tonight, hopefully. I don't know. All depends how long this stream is. Because I already worked for almost 5 hours today in just one stream. So if this stream ends up being 5 hours, I'm only doing about 10 or 11 hours of streaming. So hopefully this stream does well enough that we can get to Silksong tonight. If not, Silksong first thing tomorrow. And then Indiana Jones at 7. So that's where I'm at. Yoink. Bah. So hopefully we'll actually get people to show up. We have 27 people here, which is not good. That's bad. So I don't know what's going on with people, but that's not good. Considering we just started over again, like, I think it was like 2 months ago, getting up to 60 to 80 people again. So now YouTube's reset us down to like past like 40 people a stream. That's horrible. That's so much work. Alright. Let's go attempt the Master Sword thing again. See what happens. And hopefully we get to Silksong. Middle trials. Middle trials. Middle trials. Trials. Middle trials. TRTH. RIAL. Okay, there we go. 133. Try. Alright, let's do this. Also, guys, good job watching the shorts. We wouldn't be here without you guys doing that. Let's go for the next round of the Master Sword. To the Blade's chosen hero, in the name of the goddess, I offer the trial of the sword. Otis. You must acquire more power to wield the true splendor of the Master Sword. That's cool, Venom. All that you obtain here will be lost upon your return in reality. That's fine. Chosen hero of the Master Sword, overcome the trial of the sword and claim the blade's true splendor. I will do the best I can. How's that? Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy there, guy. I don't even have a weapon to fight these fools. Oh, wait, yes, I do. I have bombs. Whoa! Oh no. Ah! That's what you get. Oh, that was not fun. Here, have this. Yeah, that didn't work. Run! Ooh, you know he didn't like that one. Here. Oh! 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 I don't think we're gonna get very far doing that. Let's die and come back. Aye! Remember, guys and gals, the best way to get people in here is like and share the video. It's up to you guys. 1 hour and 35 minutes into the stream, 400 views. So, not the best. Yep, I saw you. Thank you for renewing your hero ship, Richard. Appreciate that. Every little bit helps, man. Every membership tier helps the channel. Nope, skip. Skip button. Ah! Whoops. Well, that happened. Good monster. Oh. Ah! That's funny. Got something for you. Boom! Loser! Oh wait, I have no bow and arrow. Oops. I guess I'm the loser. I have arrows, but no bow. Nope. The bow is lost to us. It is gone. Oh, never mind. We got it. We got it. Your wallet is gonna hate you next year with all the great games coming out? Yeah, I hear you. Yep. Oops, excuse me. Oh, I guess we'll be doing a Batman stream tomorrow. I don't know. Chance of doing Silk Song tonight, 30%, maybe. Maybe 50%. It's happening. I don't know. I really liked doing Indiana Jones with Amber. It was a lot of fun. Too bad it didn't do well. Got a gift for you. Enjoy. How do you like that? That was a blast, wasn't it? Uh-oh. Catch. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. You like that? You feel strong, my friend? There you go. Huh? Oh. Thank you, Granddaddy. I appreciate that. That makes up for the 5-hour Indiana Jones stream. Appreciate that.
Yes, a new member.
We're gonna let it do its membership thing. And if we don't get to Silk Song until tomorrow, I mean, it is what it is. If I go to bed early, I'll just do Silk Song at like 10 a.m. Because I'm gonna have to stream multiple times tomorrow to make back all the shenanigans of tonight. The good news is, it looks like Indiana Jones stayed at 1,000 views, so that's good. It got 1,000 views after the stream. Obviously, Last Soul Arise, or whatever it is still under 1,000, and Shinobi is well under 1,000. You want to know what I'm upset about? Last night, we pushed ourselves to get Shinobi up to, what was it, 875 views? YouTube took away 270 views. So then it took all day today to get back up to 800 and something. 880, when it was already, it only needed less than 100 views in order to get another episode. And then YouTube just took it away. So I've noticed, like, streams that don't get 1,000 views, YouTube will remove views from those streams. That's one of the reasons, too, why I don't like it when a stream doesn't get 1,000 views, is it takes my views away. Which is super irritating. Whoopsies. Alright, I guess we're out of here. So we got some bombs, we got some other stuff. Oh, wait, nope, we need this, whatever this is. Oh, that's arrows. Huzzah! Whoops. Isn't the wind supposed to carry me on? Oh, I see where I'm supposed to go. Okay, never mind. Yahoo! What's this? That's food of some kind? Okay. Da 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 da. Yep. That's what it is, Rex. If you especially for us, if we get under a certain amount, YouTube will take it away. It's irritating. And it makes it, you know, you have to work more. Catch! Oh, that doesn't get... Oh, that never gets old. I love that. Having fun now. Alright, so we got some meat. That Moblin guy didn't know what hit him. Oh, wow. Trial of the Master Sword? More like Trials of the Bombs. Blow upness. I'm like that girl from Konosuba. Explosion! It's the only magic I know. Explosion! Reference. Woohoo! Oh, man. I mean, all they're gonna end up getting is their Discord shut down, Zach, because I'm not gonna let a Discord where people can go and hang out and not come to my streams. Oh crap! What just happened? Oh snap! Ah, you like that? There you go. Woohoo! Ooh! Uh-oh. Oh, that's a fire bat! That's irritating. Oh, they don't mess around with this, do they? Nope. I mean, why would you hit him with a fire arrow? That doesn't make any sense. Oh. So long, jerk! Oh, there's still another one of those fools. Oh. I don't know how to feel about that. Oof. Oh, come on. Fall damage from here? Lame. Just see your beady little eyes. Oh. What's my game of the year so far of 2025? Indiana Jones? Indiana Jones came out December of 2024, so for me, I can't really think of especially games I've covered on this channel. Let me see. Because I can check playlists and tell you what my series were. Let's see. Not been that many playthroughs this year. February live streams was that? Okay. So that's February. Ryan Sonic at the Olympic Games. Tropical Freeze. I played Wuthering Waves this year. Was a new game. Dynasty Warriors Origins was new. Orcs Death Trap thing. Dynasty Warriors Abyss was this year. Pirate Yakuza. I did like Pirate Yakuza. Monster Hunter Wilds was this year. Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is was released on Wii U many years ago. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves was fun. Enjoyed that. Mario Kart World was okay. I don't know if I would give a game of the year though. And I don't know. I think that's about it. I think like the Indiana Jones game I had the most fun with personally. The Indiana Jones game is still it's like S tier. I don't know. Man, that flame jerk guy did a number on me. He did. One wrong move, Link. And it could be the end of us. The Indiana Jones game came out December 5th of 2024, but the Game Awards counts as a 2026 game. I don't know why they do, they just do. Oh, see, this is the problem of having less people here is I get exhausted. I'm a view vampire, so if the views are too low, I get kind of out of it. Here. That never gets old. Oh, what? What? Since when? Man. Well, that sucks. What time is it anyway? Almost done. No, no software updates. Stop that. No. No software updates. Ugh. Oh, feel kind of funky. All right, continue. I never did Expedition 33 on the channel. I played Expedition 33. I thought it was great. I haven't beaten it yet, but I think Expedition 33 deserves it. Indiana Jones, if... I think Indiana Jones is a hard game to beat, though, is because they had great story, great voice acting, great visuals. It did the Indiana Jones franchise justice, unlike the last Disney movie. There was a lot to really like about the Indiana Jones game. And as somebody who grew up with Indiana Jones in the 80s and stuff like that, it is a big deal. The game is amazing. The DLC is really fun, too. Alright, let's try this again. Which Indiana Jones movies are the best? If I had to rank them from best to worst, or worst to best, Dial Destiny is the worst, followed by the Crystal Skull. Then it goes Temple of Doom, Raiders, and The Last Crusade. Last Crusade is the best one. Then it would go Raiders of the Lost Ark, then Temple of Doom, then Crystal Skull, then Dial Destiny. That's how you do it. Dial Destiny was bad. Really bad. Crystal Skull used to be the worst Indiana Jones movie, and then Disney said, "Hold my beer." It's true, though. Disney was trying so hard not to make the same mistakes as Crystal Skull, but then they made worse mistakes. It's true, though. They kept saying, "Oh, we're not going to be as bad as Crystal Skull," and it's like, you're right, you're worse. Like, how did you manage that? How did you manage to make a story more boring than Crystal Skull and characters that are more irritating than Shia LaBeouf? How did you do it? That needs to be studied because that's really interesting. My favorite live-action Batman movie? Live-action Batman movie. Favorite live-action Batman movie. Amber says Batman Begins. I think it's a toss-up between 89 and Batman Begins for my favorite live-action Batman movie. I think The Dark Knight is overrated. I think The Dark Knight was a good movie, but I think that a lot of people just focus on Heath Ledger's performance as the Joker because he died. I don't know what would have happened to Heath Ledger's Joker had he not died. Like, how well he would have been received. I know not. Well, the question is, did you drop the bow this time? No, the bow got blown to smithereens. Here we go. Well, that time we did not manage to secure the bow. The bow is gone. The bow is lost to us! That stupid moblin took the bow to his grave. Well, can't really do anything without a bow, though, so... Oh well. Ugh. Nani? Oh, I know what to do there. Seriously, the bow didn't respawn? Curse you, Moblin. Okay. No, I don't think it did. I think that the Dark Knight movie would have been good, but it did make people want to see it more when, you know, Joker passed away or whatever. But I think the performances are great in the film. I don't know. My favorite Nolan movie would be Batman Begins. Then it would probably go Dark Knight. Dark Knight Rises is always going to be number 3 in the trilogy. Like, it's not... It deserves its number 3 spot. Oh, come off of it! I was nowhere near that explosion, and you know it. Oh, that's funny. Well, Batman Begins, it's better, like... The Batman Begins movie is a Batman story through and through, right? Batman is the center figure. Bruce Wayne has an important role. The Dark Knight is like a Gotham movie, just like The Dark Knight Rises is a Gotham movie. There's all these Gotham characters. Batman's in it, but, you know, it's the story of Gotham. Which makes the film feel more like a crime thriller as opposed to, you know, superhero movie. Which is fine. I mean, if they want to make like that opening bank heist thing was an homage to a famous movie about, it was a part of the thriller category or something like that. Uh-oh. Hey, we didn't get blowed up. Hooray! Making progress. What? Oh, I see. Yeah. Now what? Ooh, very nice. Man, so the weather's actually getting kind of cold out. Don't tell Amber I said that though. I will never admit that it's getting cold out. It is getting cold. Yes, Link, I'm wearing a jacket. I'm aware I'm wearing a jacket. I'm getting old. I'm not usually bothered by the cold.
I'm usually Mr. Freeze. The cold doesn't bother me, except today. For some reason, I'm cold.
Okay. Let's go. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Where go? No! Oh, they gave it to me? Wow. But I have no way of cooking yet, so... Wait, what? Well, let's try it again. Oh, he can't reach me, right? No, he can't reach me there. Jeez, how did it drop that much? Oh, I'm gonna put the blasted capsule on there. Don't look at me, Link. I don't know. Man, this dude has unlimited arrows. Oh, why is it always this jerk? Brave, but foolish. I guess, I don't know. Ooh, banana. Yep, have a good one, Rex. No, pick up your club. Alright guys, I'm gonna go to the front of the TV, see if it helps improve anything. I'm having a little bit of problems though. A little bit of problems, not a lot. Just a little bit. My favorite clay face is the one from the animated series. Actor turned villain. Sorry about that, guys. Having a little bit of trouble. Like, this is why. This is why low views are very bad. Because then I get depressed, I get anxious, and then the next phase of the grumpy old Kwing thing is Kwing gets tired. So I don't have the energy to stream 11 hours if I don't have people watching. I don't have any way to stay alert or to really want to do it. So then my body just starts to fall asleep. And that's what was happening up front, because I was just passing out. I was up at the front of the TV, and it just, every once in a while, I just kind of went, just dipping out, you know. Just how it is. I'm not one of those streamers that on wherever they're like, oh, I can just stream from one person and, you know, do all the stuff that a streamer's supposed to do. It's like, if I don't have a big enough audience, my body just shuts down. It's just like, yeah, there's no point. You'll have to stream for 6 hours to get 1,000 views. You don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. The fewer the people are here, I don't have much to, you know. It wasn't for, I think Granddaddy gave a gifted membership or something a while ago. That's the only revenue this stream is going to get. And then, however badly the stream does, that's going to affect tomorrow's stream of Silk Song or whatever. There's so many underlining factors that it's just like, you know, I just get super stressed and then I pass out. So I was dozing off at front. Sorry about that. It is what it is, though. Where's my bow and arrow? Don't tell me I didn't pick up this bow and arrow this entire time. Oh, I'm screwed. Yep. Because you need a bow and arrow to go in the next section. Ah! That's funny. It's an axe, it's not a bow and arrow. Oh, that's bad. Yep, that's bad. I have arrows, but I have no bows. Wait. Nope. That's why people back in the day used to call me on live streams, they would call me a view vampire. And it's like, I can easily stay up and I can do a bunch of stuff, but if there's no audience to entertain, there's no stream really. It's like, how many of you guys have seen like a grandparent or somebody just kind of doze off like in front of a TV randomly sometimes? There's a lot of factors why that happens. Yeah, I have no bow and arrow. Oh, where is it? Back in my head I was thinking, surely people show up for Zelda. There's usually a certain group of people that show up for Zelda. There's nobody here. has been going on. Almost 3 hours. It's at 685 views. The hourly is doing okay somehow. I don't know how the hourly is doing well. Doesn't make any sense. But the hourly is going up. And Richard became Emoji. What was I supposed to do again? Even I don't know. Yeah, get used to disappointment you're not getting. Yeah, it's a feathered edge. It's a nice sword. Wait. Oh crap, I'm gonna die. Oh, they're both here. Ha! No, never mind. That didn't work. Also, I'm probably going to turn the music off for the game because essentially this mode here, like the trial of the master swords, it's kind of boring because you're doing the same thing over and over again. They're going to repeat the same music, the same atmospheric stuff, and yeah, it's just going to put me to sleep. So I'm going to get as many views as I can on this. There's not going to be any Silk Song tonight. I'm not, you know, I can't push myself to basically stream for no audience. It doesn't work that way. Like, my body's just like, nah, you're done, champ. So, we're going to try to go a little past 11, see if I can make it to 11:30, try to get as many views on this stream as possible. But this is what happens. The fewer people come, this is what's going to happen. Because I just, you know, I can be like, all right, there's 60, 70, 80 people here. I'm going to do my job. There's like 20 people here. It's like, no. Nope. 10, 15, 20 people, no. A streamer needs an audience to perform. You can't do just the audience of one. That's just pathetic and sad. Nope. Remember, I would use brisk iced tea and stuff like that, but my doctor told me to cut down on the caffeine so I don't have any heart-related problems right now. So I've had to drop caffeine from my diet, so I can't just pull out a brisk and be like, all right, let's go. But I wouldn't even be pushing my health, like, for, no offense to the 30 people, but there's supposed to be like 60, 70 people here at the most for a live stream. Otherwise, the streamer has to stream for 4, 5, 6 hours. And I can't. I won't be pulling a... I don't even think this stream will make 4 hours. Doubt it. But let's turn off the music from me on my end. There we go. Where the heck have you been, Daffy? Most of you guys, where have you been? I haven't seen you for days. That's a little bit better without the sound. Easier to stay away from a little bit. Running caught fire. Oh, no bow and arrow. Nope. No bow and arrow. You were eating dinner all day? You were eating dinner during the Indiana Jones stream and all this other stuff? Like, didn't realize it took like 4 hours to eat dinner. Were you on the Discord? How many people are on the Discord tonight, Daffy? 15, 25, 30 people? Hi Denzel, how you doing? I thought we would just see you yesterday. Kinda cool. He took his bow with him into death. Oh, there's that. That's the downside to the bombs, is sometimes the bombs blow everything up. Yeah. Well, that's that. No, I don't think did we pick up a, no, we did not. I could somehow magically throw a bomb. Huh? Soldier ball. Okay. Amber and I are having a rough night tonight, Denzel. We don't have any people on our stream today. Our Indiana Jones stream took like almost 5 hours to get 1,000 views. I think we had like 35 people watching the Indiana Jones stream. Unless YouTube's just like lying and saying there aren't enough people here. Like, the fewer people here, the longer we have to work, and I'm just not feeling well tonight. Like, I just don't have the energy for it. I was gonna do Silk Song tonight, but I can't. I don't have the ability to do it. Gotta have the energy, gotta have the passion, gotta have the drive to live stream. Otherwise, just kind of. So that's where we are. Amber and I got our kitchen all prepared for when maintenance finally decides to show up, and we found it kind of funny that the maintenance people we wrote. Our stove caught fire, and the maintenance people responded like with a generic message. They were like, so you're having a stove-related issue. We'll see you between Monday morning, 8 in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Is our time window that they're going to come look at the stove. It's just like, my gosh. But Amber and I found it funny. We're kind of like, ha. That's weird. Because the previous maintenance company that worked for the old landlord, they would have been here, like, as soon as we say, oh, wow, there was a danger, those maintenance people cared about folks, and they're like, okay, we need to get this taken care of. This new corporation, we let them know, you know, we're having problems with our stove, there's this weird chemical smell, electricity and sparks and all this other stuff. They don't care. They're like, yeah. Well, I mean, that's the joy of living in apartment complexes and condominiums is there's supposed to be a maintenance group that comes and takes care of the things, you know. They do the lawn, they, you know, spray bug spray in your outside your house, they deal with plumbing related issues, all that stuff. It's supposed to be a part of what you get for, you know, not having a house. And they're kind of, I don't know, they're just dropping the ball, so to speak. They need to do their job? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna break up the cats. I can't deal with them fighting. I don't have the energy for them to fight right now. Nope. Zelda needs to go in the basement. Link can stay. Zelda can't. Sorry Link was being a bully today, but stop being a bully. Okay, now Zelda's in the basement and Link is patrolling the house or whatever he's gonna do. Uh-oh. One guy down. He got me in one freaking hit? Holy crap! Okay, you were, as long as you weren't hanging out in the Discord, Daffy, it's fine. If you had work, man, don't worry about it. I'm annoyed with if there's like 15 or 20 people sitting in some type of chat over at Discord and they're not over here, then yeah, I'm ticked. But I mean, if you were working, nah, that's fine, man. That doesn't bother me. You know, even if you didn't feel well, I'm just upset. Like, if there's actually people on my Discord right now and they're not watching my stream, that's unacceptable. If they're over there gabbing and, you know, making Amber and I work harder when we don't need to, when it's just like, you know. This is why I hate shadow banning, though, is because there should be way more people here than 30 people. It's a channel with 500,000 subs for, you know. Yeah, I guess we'll find out, Denzel, if the apartment people are going to do their thing. We're going to call this attempt with the Zelda thing. But also, there's certain Zelda people that are usually here. You set up the Zelda stream, and then you have like 10, 15 people that only watch... You know, there's like 10 to 20 people that only watch Zelda streams. And they show up for the Zelda streams, which boost up the Zelda streams. Just like you have a group of people that only watch Lego Batman, like 80, 70, 100 people. They don't watch the other streams. They'd actually watch the other streams. Amber and I, yeah, the channel would do much better. Do they do that? No. They pick and choose what streams they're going to watch. And it's fine. I mean, as long as there's like 60 or 70 people here, like, people can pick and choose whatever stream they want. But if there's like 30 or 20 people, it makes everything last longer. How did he survive? And he took his bow with him. Darn it. He took his bow with him. And he's like, nope, my bow's going with me in death. Goodbye. I don't even feel like time codes for this one. I don't. I'm a hard worker. Thank you, Venom Hulk. But, I mean, I can't work hard if there's no people to work for, though. Can't do the streaming thing tonight if there's no audience. There's no point. And like I said, any other YouTuber in my position, they would quit because you can't make a living. When I crunch the numbers and I put everything together and I see how many people are showing up at streams, that's how long. If there's like 60, 70, 80 people, I know, okay, it's going to be a 3-hour stream. If there's like 20, 30 people, it's going to be a 6-hour stream. If there's 100 people, it's going to be an hour stream. That's how long, based on the number of people that it takes to get 1,000 views, to get paid. It's almost impossible to get 1,000 views with like only 20 or 30 people. You can't do it in a 5-hour time. And I don't have 5 hours inside of me. Like my body doesn't have that currently. Maybe a 4-hour stream, but doubt. Oh, there's no whoops. We got the bow. Oh wow, you broke that for me. Thank you. Wait, where's all the contents that was in there, you jerk? Be right back, Lydia. How in the world did I get that down? Okay, so we have 2 bows. A good bow and a lame bow. 6 shots with fire. Oops. I love how they're like, they don't try to actually do anything to get away from the explosion. They're like, nah. You're what? Oh, sorry, I thought I heard Amber. Amber's fast asleep. Amber's gonna be mad at me though. She's gonna be like, "Why'd you go to sleep at like midnight or something?" It's like, because I didn't have the energy to keep streaming. Either I'm gonna fall asleep on the couch or I'm gonna fall asleep in my nice warm bed. I would prefer falling asleep in my nice warm bed. It's possible I'll wake up at 2 o'clock to help her wake up, but I can't stay up tonight and help her get up for her side job. Her restaurant job is not her main job. Her main job is working on the channel. The restaurant job is supposed to be side income that helps us maintain balance. It's not supposed to be something that takes over. The problem that I have with Amber's restaurant job is now the boss is getting on my nerves because he's making my wife work more than she can physically handle. Especially after Amber's surgery a couple years ago. Like, he's having her lift all kinds of heavy things. And, you know, she's this tiny thing. He's having her lift all this stuff, and she's cleaning bathrooms, and she's, you know, she does her cooking from, like, 4 in the morning until, like, 7. And then after she's done cooking all this stuff for the restaurant, then the main cook, the main cook comes in. Well, that sucked. Yeah, I just don't have the energy to do Zelda. You have to be alert and awake to do this. So I don't think I can. Try again, I guess. I don't know. So she does all the cooking stuff, and then the head or mainline chef or whatever it is, he comes in at like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then he's like, "Okay, that was great that you helped with this." He's like, "I need you to go and clean the bathrooms, or you need to go mop the hallway, or, you know," and they'll keep poor they'll keep Amber on. I'm being DDoSed on top of that? Wow. Yeah, I'm amazed we got hackers. Yeah, I mean, I hope so too, Denzel, but I mean, Amber and I have been hoping that God would fix the channel 5 years ago, and he hasn't, and it just gets worse. It's not something that we want. I don't know. But Amber was saying last night when she was mad at me that, you know, her restaurant job was better than working with me, but then today she said, no, she says, working with you is better than the restaurant job, because she says, I'm sore, my back hurts. I'm like 20 years older than like all these college kids I'm working with, and they're taking advantage of me, and they are. They're like, Amber's there to cook. She's there to be the cook in the morning, and they're having her do all these like tasks that she shouldn't be doing, like that, like going outside and handling the trash and like doing the bathrooms and doing like cleaning the restaurant, like out, you know, cleaning the tile out front and mopping all that stuff in the walkway. That's not supposed to be the job of a older lady. That's supposed to be the job of a teenager. Like, the manager, I don't know what he's thinking. And yes, the manager is Indian. That is true. That I can confirm that. The manager sounds like this. We need Amber to come in tonight. Needs to fill in for Mitch. Mitch is not coming in tonight. So we need to put Amber on the schedule. and I'm sorry to hear that she worked very hard for your business, but I need her to come in because I don't have anyone to come in at 4 a.m., so she needs to come in now. So, I mean, if he keeps pushing, like, I am going to have Amber just, like, not show up for work and be like, you're not working there anymore. We'll find you a different job. Because, I mean, this dude is, you know, really starting to get on my nerves. Because Amber even told him that this was just supposed to be a part-time job, that she's trying to get some cooking experience, and they're not having her cook. You know, it should not be. And when I say I'm mad at them for making her do all this cleaning stuff, she's not the newest employee hired there. If she's in training or something, it's like, yeah, have her clean the bathrooms, whatever. She's not in training. Her training ended 2 months ago, and they're having her. When all the new people come in, these teenagers are like, no, I don't want to, you know, can you help me go get that? And they're like, no, I'm sorry, that looks too heavy. And Amber's like, okay, I'll go get it. And, you know, Amber's not really able to lift that stuff anyway. So they're putting all this stuff on my wife and these teens and college kids. You know, it's just it's a very bad thing. Like, it's really bad. Then she comes home and she tells me all about it, and I get furious. I'm like, okay. But I mean, because of those, you know, Discord idiots, she had to get this job because we were losing money. We had people taking advantage of us, and they were over on the Discord for free when it was a $5 service. It's not like we were asking like $10 or $15 like most YouTubers. That's the bare minimum, $5 a month. Most people can afford $5 a month, you know? They gave us a song and a dance. Oh, we can't afford that. We can't do this. We can't do that. It's their fault that Amber has a job now, because those people took advantage of our company, and they took money from my pocket, basically, by operating a system that's not supposed to be free. And the years caught up with us, and, you know, we should shut it down permanently. Like, it should be gone. Because there are people over there that take advantage of us. They're not paying customers. And they're killing the channel. They are responsible. So I probably am, Miles. I probably am going to shut it down. For one, I don't have access to the Discord, though. That's the problem. Like, I was on a press website that was part of Discord or whatever. It was back during the height of cancel culture. It was like 2023, 2022, something like that. I was on a website, or a publication, not a publication, a developer that handled like game releases and stuff like that. There was somebody on there who whatever, I'm not going to say what, but I'll say they had a flag and they had pronouns in their bios. They complained to Discord, and they complained to the developer we were working with, that we were a partner of, and they got us like not only kicked out of that thing, but then Discord said, hey, we've had reports about you like doing all this stuff on Discord, which wasn't true, but they banned my personal Discord account. So I don't have a Discord account. I can't make a Discord, and I don't have a Discord name, because it was, you know, they accused me of something and then it got shut down. And even though cancel culture doesn't exist anymore, you know, the things that happened back then, I don't have any control over, so I can't even go and do that, you know. Which is, you know, why I hate woke people, though, is because they make people's lives miserable. So, like, I needed Discord in order to deal with business too, because most companies nowadays, the reasons why we don't get as many game releases anymore is because very few companies operate via email. They all do Discord. And I can't make a Discord. I was using a friend's Discord a while ago, but he got suspended for something else. Like, he wasn't the nicest guy, but he did let me use his Discord, but he had problems of his own. Can't really get into it other than to say he got arrested for something. So, yeah. But there's that. So, even if I wanted to go on the Discord and shut it down, which I do, like, I can't. I have no administration stuff. I have nothing. What I need to do is find people I can trust to run the Discord, because, you know, I have people there that they say they're the head moderator and all this other stuff, but they don't do anything. Like, and I get it. If they don't want to be a part of the channel anymore, that's fine. But it's like, if they're going to say that they're in charge of the Discord, then they got to run the Discord. They got to... Every day, people need to be promoting our streams on the Discord. You know? You have to go to the Discord tab. You have to set up that there's live streams that are happening every day. If it's too much responsibility for somebody to do that, then somebody needs to be put in that position. And the other person needs to have that position either taken away or taken back. Like, take a back seat to it. Because I need reliable people that can do what I ask them to do. Because I'm not asking for a lot. It's like, once or twice a day, you promote on the Discord what the streams are. Whether it's Amber's stream or my stream. And you just do it. That's all there is to it. Because there are people, and you'll even see that there are people on Discord talking and stuff like that. You know? And like I said, I never wanted to take something away from people that they have friends and stuff over there, but the priority is you're a fan of a channel that you're using their Discord system for free when it's not supposed to be a free Discord. It even says in our Patreon it's not a free Discord. In order to be a part of it, you're supposed to pay $5 a month. It's not like I'm asking for too much. I'm not trying to be unreasonable. But people are making me madder and madder because this past, like, year, you know, they just keep taking advantage of you. And when people take advantage of you for a long time, what happens to you is you go pop. So I'm going pop right now because I'm just sick of it. Can't really be a nice guy when you're constantly getting stabbed in the back by people. It doesn't work that way. It's not, oh, okay, let me just, you know, be a happy streamer. It's like, no. It's not working. That's not gonna, you're living in a delusional land if you think that. And I do, you know, the state of the channel is their fault because they know that there's no notification system on YouTube. There's a notification system on Discord. There's a way to notify people on the newsletter. People are fooling themselves thinking that they can get YouTube to notify them because YouTube is not going to notify them. And we tell people this every day. It's like, don't rely on YouTube to contact you about live streams because it ain't happening. And they do it anyway. They're like, you know, I'll just wait for YouTube to contact me. It's like, yeah, no. You'll never get a notification. Ever. And it's silly to think you will. And we tell you, yeah, like, not you guys, but just, like, the people out here. It's like, we tell the people that aren't here, sign up for a newsletter or do the notifications thing on Discord. And they're like, well, you know, I just have YouTube. And it's like, but YouTube doesn't work. It's like our notification system is fried because of Kappa. Even before the channel was hacked, our notification system got wrecked in 2018. And really got screwed over in 2019 when the COPPA law went into effect. Like, we essentially lost our notification system. I can't think of one channel that has a notification system as bad as ours, where it's like only 1% of the channel is notified. Barely 1%. And even on YouTube's data, it says that. Like, every other YouTuber I know, that they have at least like 35% notifications. So when they live stream, they have like 200 people, 300 people. When we live stream, we can only get like 30, 60, 70, 80, maybe 100. And that a lot of that's YouTube's fault. But we're still paying for it, you know? But yeah, the Discord people are totally to blame for Amber having to get a job. Like, that's all on them. If they would actually just done the right thing, which was do the $5 payment, we would have made enough for Amber to not have to get a job, to just make ends meet. But because they took advantage of us, yeah, there's no way. Eventually, it ends up catching up with you. I have no idea what just happened. I got a little bit farther, but not by much. Can Amber shut the Discord down? They haven't given Amber any administrative access. Amber, I don't even think is a mod on Discord. You have to remember, Discord has their own, like, even our Discord, they have their own hierarchy over there. You ask them to do something, it's like the people that you put in authority, like, either they'll do it, they'll get around to it, or they won't. Thank you, Denzel. I mean, you've already done enough, buddy. You're an ultimate, you know. But the thing is, I knew that this was going to happen years ago. Like, I already planned ahead that YouTube was going down anyway, and I was going to find ways of surviving. And the only way to survive is I have to get like 500 members a month. Like, let's see, if I crunch the numbers correctly based on how much we're losing every year, by 2027 we have to have 500 members a month or the channel won't survive. Because the YouTube ad revenue, where it is right now, in 2027, it's going to go down across YouTube by 25%. So right now, there was an ad revenue drop for every content creator from 2023 through 2025. There was a 9% drop in income for everybody. And based on my projections of seeing like where YouTube is with their ad sales and things like that, it's less and less and less and less and less. And according to a friend of mine, I had a friend of mine who did Minecraft stuff. He quit just recently. He had to quit because his revenue, even though he had a channel with like, I think his channel had like 3 million Minecraft people or something like that. I don't remember. He was averaging, when he quit, he was still getting about like 25, 30,000 views a video, but he had to quit because the ad revenue was so low. And just because you have 1 million subscribers, it doesn't mean you have millions of members. Like, you'd be surprised. There are several YouTube channels that have 1 million subscribers. They only have 50 to 100 members. You know? Memberships is the future. And it's what YouTube is going to be pushing because secretly YouTube wants the ad revenue to go away because it's such a headache with copyright services, Content ID and things like that. If they do everything based on a gig economy, like Twitch and Kick and things like that, then YouTube can actually make more money in the long run. And then they can get rid of a lot of their copyrighted related problems and issues. They can just change it. Because they want to go toward the Twitch and like live streaming method permanently, but you know, they're still one of the biggest sites in the world that has like some type of ad revenue. related stuff. But that's not going to last long. Because what happens in this business, guys and gals, is ad revenue is supposed to keep going up. It doesn't... It declines, like, when there's bad months. But when the revenue is so low in the summer or the fall, you know you're screwed. Like, if you're getting the same, like, rate that you were getting in January, February, March, and April when it's the lowest or whatever, and that's still happening throughout the summer and into the fall, then you know that something's up. And for a lot of us, it's bad. Very bad. And like I was saying before, is that whole analogy that I use with a mechanic is you have all these people that are in positions of power over at that company, but they don't know or understand how they're supposed to work with agencies to do ad sales, to do, to work with advertising agencies and speak with companies that run commercials and things like that. They don't know how to do any of that. They were handed a system. They know how to play with the system a little bit, but they don't actually know how to work the system the way that they're supposed to. It's just not something that they either want to do or that they even know how to do. I think that's the easiest way of saying that. Do I even have any arrows? Wait, do I? No, I do not. Aw, that dude's on fire. Yeah, I don't have the strength to do this. Nope. You have to be on the ball in order to do this DLC. YouTube needs to get it together. They never will. They'll try to keep things going for what they can, and it'll just disappear. If they're smart, see, if I was a company that would, this is the time when a company is losing this much money. The thing that you're supposed to do is you're supposed to merge with another company, or you're supposed to sell it to someone that actually knows how to work with it. That's usually what happens when a company is in big trouble. But I don't even think that idea even crosses their mind. Link, do you need to go downstairs, buddy? Do you need to go downstairs? He's like, oh, maybe I need to go downstairs. You gonna come up here? Huh? He's like, nope. You're not getting Silk Song tonight. No. That ain't happening. How long has this one been? The Zelda stream's been how long? Almost 4 hours? I got 15 people waiting over at the Silk Song stream. They're not over here. Yeah. Oh, it is over 3 hours. 3 hours, 27 minutes. Yeah. You thought when a company is in trouble that they keep digging their own grave? No. They usually, that's when companies do mergers. That's when there's company buyouts and things like that. Companies don't want to go out of business. You're thinking of woke companies. The reason why so many companies went out of business is because the past 7 years, it wasn't about profits. It wasn't about, you know, them being a good company and making money and things like that. They were using the company to, or companies in general, they were using companies in general to get the message out for propaganda stuff. And those companies, they're fine going under because their whole identity is to explain their identity, to explain, I'm this, I'm that, accept me, blah, 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 blah. Do this or else. So when they go under, it's to them in their own crazy little minds, and they killed a lot of game developers. Like, there are several game studios that were snuffed out because of those wackos. Like, we lost, I believe there was, in the span of 7 years, there's been 35 game developers that have gone the way of the dodo because of those people. Regular businesses, when they're in big trouble and they're near bankruptcy or they're having other problems, they either liquidize part of their company, like they take their really important assets, they liquidize them, or they do a merger, or they sell the company to, like, you know, another company. And then those companies have, like, what's known as restructuring. And in the restructuring phase, a lot of people end up losing their jobs, but the company survives. The problem is, both in the entertainment space and the video game space and all this other space, is we had a lot of bad people that were in business that didn't deserve to be in business to begin with. So that's why things changed for a while, that, you know, people would much rather see the ship go down to further some type of wacko agenda than actually, you know, earn profits, make their customers happy, all kinds of stuff. YouTube, unfortunately, was one of those companies as well. They would rather do whatever that weird stuff was than actually focus on what could make them money. The money was secondary, like being a quote-unquote what they deemed a good person or whatever, good politics, whatever. And there's still people at YouTube think that. They're like, oh, you know, I wish we could get rid of this person. I wish we could. They don't really believe in free speech. If they could regulate stuff on YouTube, they would try to do it. But, you know, things are going back to normal, obviously. So, I mean, companies don't want to have profit problems and things like that. But there's still some companies out there that they're going to continue to struggle because they're, you know, they're not getting with the times. And Google's one of those companies that just, they're wackos. Case in point, I don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but Google has a place in California where literally they hired people to come and work for them, and they had all these amenities that were inside of Google. People would come in and they would work a little bit, and then they would spend most of their time goofing off. They had like a playroom, they had arcades, they had massive cafeterias where they were basically eating like, you know, Siberian princes. They had so many breaks and they were wasting so much people's money, whereas there didn't need to be that many people working at Google. There only needed to be like maybe a few hundred. There was tons of people there just goofing off and being paid to goof off. You know? So, I mean, that, and unfortunately, a lot of those people, too, that worked for Google and worked for YouTube, they're all idiots. Like, they don't actually know how to do anything. So they're there making a insane salary when they're not doing anything. That'd be like me going to some type of job and saying, hey, I want to binge watch this anime and you better pay me for my time here at your building. Like, you can't do that. But that's what was happening at a lot of these, you know, Future 500 companies and, like, Silicon Valley and all this other stuff. And that's what it was like the last 7 years. It's just very bad. Like, it's okay to have nice amenities and things, like maybe a gym or whatever in an office building, but you can't spend your whole day there. Like, usually the amenities for, like, a big corporation, that stuff is for when you're not working. Like, when you're not at work and stuff like that, then you have the access to their gym or their spa or whatever. You shouldn't have access to that stuff prior to that. Like, you know, because then you're just taking advantage of the company you work for. You can do all that stuff, like, when you're clocked out for the day. And the company should encourage them to do that. But... And I know what I'm talking about with that kind of stuff, because there was all these documentaries on YouTube exposing what they were doing at Google. And it wasn't just like some... I don't even know if you guys know who Shay Carl is, but I'll just use him as an example. It's not like, you know, it's Shay Carl, like, putting all these videos together and actually doing stuff and, like, trying to trick people into the algorithm to be like, ah, okay, you know, I got baited and I watched this video. It's legit videos of people complaining about how they don't have these really fancy jobs at Google and YouTube anymore that paid incredibly, but they had no job responsibilities there. They didn't do anything. They were just there. There is no stop, drop, and roll. No, fun times to be had by all. Where did people find these jobs? They were mostly available to women. You didn't have many guys working there. You could work those jobs if you were a minority or whatever. I mean, if you showed up wearing a dress and you were a guy, you probably would have gotten it to have a job like that. But they didn't actually hire, like Twitter especially. What Twitter was like before Elon Musk bought it is exactly what Google was like for a while. And Google has changed a little bit. Like they had to release a lot of employees and they had to change a bunch of stuff, but for years that's how they operated. I know, I'd love to work for a job like that too. Just show up and I'm paid to be in that building and it doesn't matter if I really do any work or not, because you know, that's not what work is. Work is feeling comfortable and, you know, eating extravagant meals and doing all this other stuff. Doing as little work as possible, but making boku bucks. What's funny and it's kind of sad, though, is you have all these people that were working at Google and Twitter and stuff like that, and they're looking for another job like those places. And obviously those places don't exist in real life. Like, those type of jobs don't exist. So they've basically created a huge problem for themselves because they're not qualified for an actual tech job. Because, you know, they're not qualified for it. But it's hard for them to find a new job because they're constantly searching for what they had at those other companies. And that stuff doesn't exist anymore because companies don't want to pay for all that stuff. And had they taught people how to use their amenities correctly, then, you know, maybe they'd still have stuff like that. Link, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know. Well, I can't use that in cooking anyway, so I'll just try to eat it. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Like, you prefer to work for a living. I like working for a living, too. I just, I've actually gone and I've talked to YouTube on several occasions, like, hey, it's the 2020s now. People are live streaming a lot longer now, and all this other stuff. It's like, you need to change your method from using an old television contract from BBTV, from Canada. You need to stop using the Canadian contract and, doing everything by cost per mile, which is cost per thousand, for paying your people, because you need to start paying them, I wouldn't say a fair wage, but like at least like maybe $3 or $4 every hour that they live stream. Because what they're doing now is they're like, oh, you didn't get 1,000 views, well, you earn $0 for that stream, and if your hourly views dip, we're gonna take money away from you there. They're just, I don't know, it feels like they're trying to get rid of partners so they don't have to pay people. And maybe the reason why we're one of the most impacted is because we live stream so much, so we can actually see what's going on. That could be a huge possibility. I don't know. There's no way of knowing. But all I can tell you is they don't want to change how they pay out their partners. And they don't care about loyalty either. They don't care if you, stream on them exclusively or not. They don't really care. Is that an axe guy? Yep. Did I get him? We got him. We got one. Yeah, because the paying people the cost per 1,000 views or whatever, that worked really well back when YouTube was doing videos and stuff like that. For live streams, it doesn't really work as that, because here's the thing: if a YouTuber is running tons of ads, I'll tell you a secret. So if you see, like, if you go to a live stream of a YouTuber and there's like 50, 60 people there, but there's so many ads going constantly on, the only people who are benefiting from all those ads running is YouTube. If you go back and you see that stream that person was, investing all that time in, and they were running all those ads and stuff and making their stream like really irritating for you to watch back or whatever, and they were under 1,000 views, all those ad revenue things that they did by clicking that ad button that every streamer has on their channel, that all went to YouTube and YouTube only. Like, if that person didn't get 1,000 views, then YouTube legally does not have to give you any payment. They're only obligated under U.S. law to pay you based on if you hit what's known as CPM, cost per 1,000. If you drop below that by 50 views or 100 views or 200 views, too bad. There's no rounding up. Which is why I'm annoyed, is because I have several streams a week that I do that drop below 1,000 views and I don't make any money on. So then my income is seriously in trouble. Which I can't do anything about. When YouTube was a company just about YouTube and the content creator, it worked better as a company. Now I'm dead again. I was also dozing off, though. I mean, it is criminal, and, it's an ethics-related thing, but, I mean, they have to be willing to change, and they don't want to change. Also, look at from their perspective. If there are several channels that are below the margin, and they're not getting that live stream CPM, then YouTube doesn't have to honor the agreement and pay them. If they get 1,000 views afterwards. Like the Indiana Jones stream got 1,000 views after the stream, which means that the income is going to be lowered significantly for that stream because you didn't get the live streaming revenue. They'll give you the what do they call it? They'll give you the upload revenue, which is significantly less. The reason why I only do live streams really is because live streams have a higher payout than uploads do. I had an upload that got, I think it was like 20 or 30,000 views in the span of a week. It made less money than one of my live streams that can get like 2 or 3,000 views. And I spent like a whole day making that video, and that video did really well, but they've lowered the CPM cost for uploads. So that's why so many people stream, is not only do you get the potential of super chats and whatever, you also get the ad revenue as long as you're not a bad driver. I mean, bad content creator. My mind is drifting. But I've seen so many ads being run on this video. This video is still under 1,000 views, so I haven't made any money yet, except for the gifted memberships and the super chats from people. Ow. Like, I'm getting up to the 4-hour mark, but I'm still under 1,000. And I shouldn't have to stream this long, you know? But I'm kind of forced to. Alright, I think I'm gonna make a quick YouTube short, and then I'll be back and give me something to do. We're gonna go bother Linky real quick and make a cat short. Then we'll come back, because the channel's almost under 900 views. And I have to keep the channel above 900 views till at least 2 in the morning. Because if I don't, then the next hour will drop by 500, and then the next hour will drop by 500, and then it'll be 0 views an hour until like 6 or 7 in the morning. The live stream is basically a beacon that the channel is alive. When the live stream is off, the channel dies, basically. So it's constantly like a Lazarus situation of coming back to life over and over again. Or a Jason Todd situation, whatever analogy you want to use. I'm gonna go film a cat, and then I'll be back. Sorry about that, guys. Gals, I fell asleep. So I think the right thing to do is just go to sleep. So, Silk Song tomorrow, Indiana Jones tomorrow. If you guys want, the cheeseburger, I mean, if you want the Shinobi thing and, what was that thing called? The soul leveling game? What? Soul Arise? Soul, whatever it is. Lost Soul. Lost Soul and Shinobi are under 1,000 views. That's all I know. So yeah. I think the short posted, but I don't remember. Sorry about that. I just like I said, it's really hard to live stream when there's so few people around that my body's just like, dude, just go to sleep. So I clocked out, and yeah, I'm probably gonna clock out again. So You guys take care. Have a wonderful night, and I will see you for Silk Song will probably be first thing, or Indiana Jones will be. I'm gonna set up streams later. Thanks for watching the short though. From what I see, you guys like helped the channel clear 1,000 views from 11 to midnight, and it's definitely gonna clear 1,000 views from midnight to 1 a.m. So thanks everybody. I don't think we got any super chats, but I think this stream got 1,000 views. I don't know though. Oh, we did get a super chat. I don't even remember. From who? Richard Taylor and Richard Taylor. Okay. All right, guys. I'm out. I gotta get back. I'm gonna go to sleep. Bye bye.